Hello students, this is Miss Herndon for IMED 1316, and we're on Chapter 5 for Dreamweaver CC. I hope that you have by this time gone back and changed your program from Dreamweaver 2014, CC 2014, to just the Dreamweaver CC version, which I have done that, and you can see both mine are listed here. I do have my Dreamweaver CC version open, and I've also gone into our class portal and gone to our shared files. And in our shared files, you should have a file here that's called Chapter 5 Gallery Beginning Files.zip. So please download that if you haven't already, and then you can expand that file. I've already done that for the sake of the video. And actually what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take those files that I've unzipped and I'm going to put them in my working file for the Dreamweaver. So I have my Chapter 4 file here. Here's my gallery file. So I want to take and I'm going to copy all of these. I'm going to hold down Shift and click the bottom one now that I've clicked the top one. Now I've got everything including these folders selected, and I'm going to right click, and you can do it several different ways, but I'm going to right click and copy, and now I'm going to go over to the file where I am actually working on let's see, web folders, BBH, and I'm going to create a file here that is Ch5 lecture. And in that Ch5 lecture, I'm going to paste all of these files. Now, it's very important that you do that before you open any of the files in that are in Dreamweaver. It looks like everything didn't copy. I need to go back and check. Oh, they are there. Okay, Chapter 5 lecture. Okay, everything did copy. So now I can go over into Dreamweaver. And you'll see that I already have my site here, and my site is the one that I'm using for everything. Now, if you're watching my videos, then sometimes you'll see that it's different here depending on what I'm doing. And actually, that's just because I've changed computers, depending on whether I'm working from home or my office, or even the instructor computer in Matthews 2. Okay, so I can expand this Chapter 5 lecture, and you can see that all of my files are here. And so we can work on these files now as necessary. And please make sure that you're keeping your site the same, so that, and simply creating folders and subfolders within it, so that you everything will upload correctly to the server when you do that. Okay, in our textbook, Chapter 5 actually begins on page 242. Please make sure that you're keeping up with your reading, and make sure that you actually read and explore the chapter yourself. Let's see, I'm going to start in actually on page 247. And in this particular chapter, we're learning about using tables and forms. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use tables. Now, again, if you're using the 2014 file, 2014 version of Dreamweaver CC 2014, it's going to be much more difficult to do this. So please, if you can, downgrade to the Dreamweaver CC version, and everything, your life will be much simpler. Okay, so page 247, we're going to insert a table in the web page. Okay, and I have the gallery site open here, which is my Chapter 5 lecture files that we just opened from our download. And it says if it's displayed in the compact workspace, and mine is, we want to go to expanded. Now, if you're in 2014, you won't have a compact site, but we want to use the expanded version here. Okay, and we can double tap or double click the services HTML file to display the services page. Now I'm going to go to Files and double click Services, and it will open. And it's taking a minute for some reason, probably because I'm recording at the same time. Okay, and you can see that I'm in the code view, and I can go to split view. And it's not responding again. Sorry about that. Okay, and you can see the supporting files here that have also joined. Okay, and I'm going to the split view. And you can see, because I have a very small view here, that what I'm actually seeing is the mobile site. I'm going to actually go to Design View, and then you can see that this is the PC version. Of course, we can go to the preview, and I can preview this in Google Chrome. And this is what we have so far. And you can see the insert page content. Going back to Dreamweaver, because that was my Google Chrome. Okay, and we're supposed to, if we get a message about web fonts, then you can just close that. Scroll down the page and select the placeholder text, insert page content here. So, and y'all, this is really different and very much more difficult to do if you're in the 2014 version. Again. Okay, so I selected it, and then we're going to press the delete key to get rid of it. We do still want our cursor right there in that area though. And then we're going to go to Insert, or actually we can use the Insert on the Files panel, and we're going to click Table on the Insert menu, which we can do that. No, actually, let's go back over here. Insert and then Table, and it's going to give us these choices. In the rows text box, we want 5, and in the columns, we want 2. Okay, in the table width, we want to take that information out, so let's just delete it. The border thickness, we want to take that out, and we want to change this to left. And then we're going to, where it says caption, we're going to type about our services. And then we're going to click OK. And you can see that a very small table has been set up here. But that's okay. If when you hover in it, you can see that it's very small. It has 2 different columns like we asked for. And when we start typing in it, it's actually going to get larger. So here on the left, we can click in the first one. On the left, make sure that you get the one that's all the way on the left. And then we're going to add the word portrait. And you can see it's already in bold. And I'm going to click on the next one and add family, children, newborn, and maternity. Now I'm at the top of page 251. Okay, and we want to click on column 1, column 2, row 1. And now we're going to type weather and proofread. Mine needs to be fixed right here. Okay, and then on the table 5.2, we want to add all of that information just as it shows, which is on page 250 at the top. And I'm going to pause the recording to do that. Okay, while I was typing, actually the footer kind of got in my way and was up here, but I went to split view to see what the problem was. Couldn't find a problem. Went back to design view, and the footer has moved back out of the way. I probably could have just gone to live, and it probably would have shown correctly also. And then back to design. Let me turn my live off. But anyway, now I have also typed and I've also proofread it. Please make sure that you proofread. Okay, and now we are going to tap or click the Save button, and we're just going to click Save here. Or my preference is always to go ahead and click the Save All. Okay, we're going to format the table caption. I'm now on page 252. Select the text about our services, and again I'm in design mode, which CC makes this very Dreamweaver CC version makes this easy. CC 2014 not so much, because we're in the fluid grid. CC 2014 evidently has some issues with the fluid grid as far as editing in the design or live view. Okay, so we've got it selected, and we're going to click the styles. Okay, let's go over to their CC Designer. We want to choose styles in the source, because that's where we want our CSS information to be stored. And then we're going to choose global so that it affects all of the different screen sizes. Okay, and then we're going to click the plus sign for the selector, and you can see that it's already given it a name, and so then we're going to press the enter key to keep that name. Now we can make our adjustments, and you can see our properties over here on the right side have become enabled. So I'm going to click text right here so that it takes me to the text part. You could do the same thing by scrolling down. And then we are going to set the font weight. So right here, and we're going to choose bold. And then we're going to choose the font size, and we're going to click large. And then again, we're going to do file, save all. And remember, we've updated the CSS file, styles.css, because that's what we had chosen, and the global so that it affects all the versions. Okay, and we're going to tap or click the word portrait to place an insertion point between in that particular tab table cell. And then we're going to again choose styles in the CSS Designer, and we are going to click global, and then we're going to again add a selector. So we're going to do the plus sign for the selectors. It's going to give us the selector, and we're going to click enter to accept it. Okay, and we're going to go down to padding. We're going to click here in the center I'm on page 254 at the bottom, and to change all of them at the same time. And then it really doesn't matter which one you choose, but choose one of them. And we're going to change it to 10 pixels. And as you can see, it changed all of them when I changed that one, because I chose to link them all together at the first. Okay, and then we're going to tap or click row 1, column 2, which is here, within that table cell. And we're going to choose again styles, and we're going to click globals, so that affects all of them. And then we're going to click the add selector and press enter again. Okay, and then we're going to go to the padding again. We're going to link them together, and we're going to choose one of them and change it to 10 pixels. And it should change all of them when I do that. Okay, then we're going to go back and do File, Save All, so that the CSS file is saved, the changes to it, as well as our HTML file that we're working on. Okay, and we're going to do the preview button, so let's go to our browser. And it says we can preview in Internet Explorer. We can certainly do that. It's certainly not my favorite browser, but and I get a message down here about add-ons. I don't need that, so I closed it. And you can see this is what everything looks like. So it looks pretty good so far. Okay, now it asks us to go ahead and restore it down, and I'm going to make it longer so that I can see the changes, but then I'm going to drag in the left side and stop periodically so that we can see the changes. Now you can see that it's like on a tablet view. Our headings, our menus has changed, and this is of course the mobile view, and you notice that the picture is gone as well in the mobile view. But anyway, that's one way to simply check our sizes, is to change the size of our view. Okay, and I'm going to close that Internet Explorer. Okay, and that is the part of our chapter 5 about tables. So I'm going to break the video here, and then I'll start a new video for the forms, which starts at the bottom of page 257.